Gabba Gabba, hey, Drunken Cock fans. This is Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. And we're here to announce that you have found and stumbled upon our show. We're very happy to have you. If you found this on podcast platforms, you will be sorely disappointed in the magic entertainment. However, the video will be uploaded to YouTube and Facebook. Remember, this show is an adult show, contains adult content. Have fun, stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome back to episode 2, season 2 of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. Tonight, we got to talk about some shit. We got Pierre Vachon on the show. Let's get it.
Show me your tits. This is a weird show.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back. Season 2, episode 2 of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. Of course, I am here with GW Foley. We're going to see if Collen shows up and Pierre Vachon is here. We got some shit to talk about. We're going to check in with Pierre, see how he's doing. We're going to do a Why the Drunk is This News segment. We're going to talk about the Colonial Pipeline. We're going to talk about the military changing hairstyle selections for women. And of course, most importantly, we're going to talk about the great chicken wing shortage. It's going to affect us all. This is a scary event, but not to mess around too much. We're going to get right into the entertainment this evening. Welcoming to our spotlight stage, my good friend, a man that's always here for me, and I really appreciate that. Turn the spotlight stage over to GW Foley.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? As you can see, I am so fresh and so clean. Thank you, Outcast, for. I'll even show this. Look at this hair compared to the fucking Grizzly Adams look that I was rocking for a while. I showed up to the hairdresser today, and she looked at me and goes, "I haven't seen you in so long." I was like, "I know. Can you tell?" Like, it's crazy. I can't get this. Like, I'm pissed at this hat. Like, it has a slight fold in it, but not enough to like actually be up. So it looks like a flat brim hat. So I feel like I'm kind of like gangster right now, like especially with the sideways tilt. It's just because my head is a weird shape. Can't quite get that ready. The other sweet fashion statement, if you can see, I'm gonna try and lift my leg up. I got compression socks, baby. Yeah. Woo! Black and tall. Apparently my legs looked like hamburger meat. Thank you, diabetes. The cellulitis on my legs was getting nasty, and someone's like, "Get compression socks, it'll help you heal." I'm like, okay. And now I look like one of those tool bags in a CrossFit gym with the gym shorts and the socks up to my knees and the self-righteous attitude. It's I can't wait to walk around in them and be like, "Yeah, what up? I'm awesome. Yeah, I know it. I lift barbells with a dog running around. Flip tractor tires like it's my job. I'm already a drink in, and we haven't even barely started the show yet. Woo! This is awesome. Woo! I'm so excited. Pierre's here. Woo! I love Pierre. That sounds like the beginning of a roast. Like it's gonna be a roast after it. It's not. I fucking love Pierre. I missed hanging out with the guy, Shalante.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no jokes. I really fucking love Pierre. The new program for or the reinstatement of job searches started for unemployment, which sucks for me. So Now, not only do I have to go to school, I have to look for jobs that I know won't hire me, so I can continue on unemployment. Like I was looking for ones where it's like, oh, dental assistant, they won't touch me. I'm going to apply to this one. Oh, you need a bachelor's degree and 5 years of experience doing this one random job. Click, click, click. There we go. Not that I'm gaming the system, ladies and gentlemen. I want to find a job. I do. I don't. I like collecting free money from the government. And I don't even think it's free money. It's money I've already paid into the system. Like this is money that was taken out of taxes for me. So, and everyone's like, I thought you leaned libertarian. I'm like, no, I lean give me my shit back. This is like me having like the good time with an ex who like took all my fucking albums. Michelle, I'm looking at you. Fucking bitch stole my toolbox. And I'm finally getting that shit back. And my rug. I fucking love that rug. Like I had a rug. Anyways, she's gone. Thank God. And funny story with that one. Oh, great story. So I was in a punk band in my 20s, or a couple. But anyways, I was in this one, and they knew about my ex-girlfriend. And I show up to practice one day, minding my business. Everyone else is there, and they're jamming. And I'm like, oh, okay. Grab my stuff, walk over to the place, and everyone stopped, like dead silent. And they're like, we need to talk. And I freaked out for a moment, thinking they were going to fire me. And they're like, we heard from your ex. She's pregnant. At that moment, my heart fell into my dick, and my dick kind of receded in to become a mangina. Like my balls were still out, but my penis was just like, whoa, hey, buddy, you're not going to be using me anymore. They kept the joke going for a couple of days, which is never a good joke until they finally like, oh, no, we're just fucking with you. And at that point, you're like, are you really fucking with me? Or is the you saying not fucking with me the fucking with me part? like should I going by DNA test? Like, make sure I'm actually not the daddy. And does that mean I have to talk to her? Because if she can't find me, I don't get child support payments. I'm just saying. I had a weird moment at the store this past week. I was in there minding my business, and there was a kid with like severe autism there, and he started picking up the magazines and throwing them places and screaming. And I thought to myself, if I had $1 every time I felt that same way, I kind of silently applauded the kid, being like, I understand where you're coming from, man. I get that. If it was socially acceptable for me to do that, I totally would. And on that note, Collen's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
Woo! Let's turn it over to Collen. How he's been.
How we doing, everybody?
Yeah.
Good to see y'all. Broadcasting from Bridgewater. Yeah. Good to see you guys. I'm excited to be on the show tonight. Great to have Pierre on the show. It's been a little crazy, I got to be honest. You know, I feel like the world's opening back up, and we got to go from being pantless on a live stream to actually amounting to something now. And I'm right there with you, GW. It's, you know, where's the free money from the government? Why do I have to go back to work? What is going on here? Pretty happy with the way it is right now. As a kid, I don't know if you guys had a similar experience. Remember when Eminem was huge?
Yeah.
You remember that? It was like this brief period of our lives where Eminem was huge, like from like 12 to 22. I mean, but like all the songs that were always on the radio were always like the most happy, positive, optimistic Eminems, you know? I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real Shady. You know? What was the other one? Something. What was it? What were some of the big ones? The radio jams. I'm some Shady.
Without me.
Yeah, without me. Yay, everybody without me. Hey, I'm so much fun without me. Yeah. And then you bought the LP and you went to like play it in the car with your mom. It's like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you. You don't want to fuck with me. Bitch, I'm gonna murder you. Tim, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. And they're just like, wow. The rest of the 8 other songs that he wrote actually had nothing to do with Slim Shady. It was just all hateful shit about his ex-wife and his mother. Like, Mom, you fucking bitch. I should have killed you. And it's like, that's a great song. Marshall Mathers. You slim shady Eminem, you. I mean, no other genre could you gotten away with that. It would be like watching a PG film that everyone like got hooked to, that was like a TV show or something, and then everyone's like, watch the movie, and then the movie's like, yeah, we ain't just donkeys, we gonna kill you. Like, we ain't just ponies, bitch, you dead. It's like, holy shit, I thought I was buying something radically different than what you guys just sold me on. But lots going on right now. Feeling a little overwhelmed. We got our first show of 2021 at the Woolen Comedy Club this Saturday night. Yes. After 15 months, we're doing it. We have a wonderful show this weekend. We have some burlesque performances. We have some comedy. We have some magic. And it's so exciting to get back to doing what we do best at the Woolen Comedy Club, which is live entertainment. Not to say that we do a bad job here online, but, wait till you see the magic tricks in person, ladies and gentlemen. It's that much more awe and thrilling. And it's funny because there's a new brewery that just opened up in my neighborhood in Brooklyn. That's a all women-owned brewery, microbrewery. And it's all women. I don't know if they employ men. Perhaps they do. But the idea is this very woman-forward microbrewery business model. And it wasn't until I kind of heard about this that I realized that there really is a stigma with beer brewing, that every single person who brews beer should just look like Pierre. I never realized it, but you don't think that you're getting good beer unless you know it's from a guy who shaves his head with a fucking butch knife, grows the beer, and also has tattoos. I mean, it's like, really, how much hops could you have if you don't grow a beard and have tattoos? I mean, I gotta be honest. And I never realized that there definitely is a little bit of a stigma there, that I'm just going to assume Pierre's beer's that much better than any blonde chick. I'm sorry. I can't remember if we talked about this, so forgive me if I reiterate, but I recently saw this thing that was talking about hunters in America. And this guy made this argument, which was a very good one, that in, I think it was Minnesota or Michigan or one of these states that start with an M that I've never been to, when their hunting season came, 600,000 hunters, men, women, children, in arms, went into the woods to hunt. Okay. Just that 600 people in arms was the, I believe, 8th largest military in the world at that time. Just that state. In Pennsylvania, there were 750,000 registered hunters, all with semi-automatic rifles or capable of holding semi-automatic rifles loaded, ready to go, constituting one of the largest militaries in the world. You add up all the arms and skilled marksmen in America, it constitutes an army larger than a lot of foreign armies. And this makes a very strong argument for national defense, right? That this is your national defense from foreign invasion. You come in here, you have hundreds of millions of guns and bullets that you're facing. Not an ideal country to invade. But what I don't think we are arguing about, or that people may not be understanding, is that while we're hunting by the millions with semi-automatic rifles, there are trillions of dollars deployed around the world to prevent people from ever reaching our shores. You don't just dock in America, in any port, with a military vehicle. This is like every gun owner's wet dream that somehow they get into this country. I assure you, it's never gonna fucking happen, okay? We have trillions of dollars that enforce things like the Air Force, the Navy, Space Force now, where we're just apparently circling the globe in outer space, ready to kill aliens. And you think that some other country is going to show up with people with guns, and how? What are you going to do? You're going to land on American shores? What port do you plan on landing on? Newark? Where is actually your tactical point of entry? You know what I mean? LA County? Like, where are you coming in that you think that you're going to be unseen? Like, I mean, I was on a boat in Miami, and I had the National Guard point a 12 million volt, 12 million candlelight spotlight on me. You're not sneaking in, folks. You ain't sneaking into America. We have gone are the days of sneaking in. Yeah, you know, you have like that kid who was an internet sensation in the 90s or whatever he was, who floated in on a mattress or something like that. But, you know, he didn't have a lot of people behind him. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm thinking. But I have nothing more to say. It's exciting. New York's opening up. We got our first show in New York this month, first show at the Woolen this month. I'm excited for the world to start putting together the pieces. So that's my week in reflection. Been busy, exciting. Things are moving forward. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce the man. That's the reason that we all come together here every week. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for being here. We made it to season 2 of episode 2 of season 2. That's an accomplishment in itself, which means we're going to 54 episodes. The coolest part is Pierre was the second guest of season 1. So I thought that was really cool. And actually, GW was the first guest of season 1. Which means, who knows, maybe we'll have Pierre as a full-time.
Hey, I'm around.
No promises. I would never commit you to something like that, my friend. That's a large undertaking. Anyways,
maybe if you're at home and you want to hear that vote,
comment.
I'm gonna do a quick illusion here to keep the show on the road. We got a lot to get into, and man, I should have really lint rolled my vest now that I'm in this lighting. That's no good. But we're gonna select a card here. And I'm going to include all three of you, and this will be fun. So, Collen, I'm going to go through, and you just say stop whenever you'd like.
Stop.
You stop. It's hard with the mirror there.
Yep, right there. That's good.
The 4 of spades?
Yep.
My goodness. Okay. Yeah, let's... Next, I'm going to ask... Pierre, for you to pick a name that I could sign on this. Something we could put on there, preferably not your name, because then I would know it ahead of time, and that wouldn't be fair.
All right, Sally.
Ooh. Does Sally have a last initial, Pierre?
Short. G.
Oh.
I was hoping it was going to be Sally Fields.
Okay. You got Sally G on there. So we're just going to take Sally's card, put it somewhere in the middle there, and then from there, I'm just going to put the deck back in the box, and we're going to move on to the next portion. The next portion is a callback to season 1. I haven't done this in a while. So I've got these really cool bottle caps, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sign initials in there. And GW, I'm going to let you select the initials that we're going to put on the inside of this bottle cap.
XO.
Like that. Beautiful.
Kisses and hugs.
So if I take that and put it in that hand, and I grab another one out of this hand, we can do what we call a little thumb magic, right? A little rubby there, a little rubby there. I can steal the signature from over here. Something like that.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So what's really cool is if we were to take this again and put it on top of the card deck and give it a little tap, what we would find is that card rose to the top of the deck. It actually rose up under. Oh, try not to lose her. In the middle of there is Miss Sally G's card.
That's awesome.
So I thought that would be something fun and quick, so we didn't keep the boys held up too long. Without further ado, welcoming back to the Drunken Under Quarantine show. Man, we've been very excited to have on. Unfortunately, we didn't have him enough on season 1. Hopefully that'll change this season. Without further ado, welcome to our spotlight stage, the one, the only, the burly Mr. Pierre Vachon.
Woo! Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, I wasn't on enough on the first season. I was bummed out. And I have yet to show up at the Woolen Mill Comedy Club. So maybe someday I'll show up there.
Maybe this Saturday.
Well, give me a call. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. So a couple weird things that have gone on this week. I was offered to be in a porn. Yep. I got a call. Now, I haven't been wrestling for, oh, God. It's been a couple years now since I broke my back. I haven't been wrestling. But I've been rehabbing and getting ready, and I want to get back in the ring at some point. But COVID weight has changed that idea for a little while. I have to get back into somewhat of a wrestling shape, not just a giant bell. I have to work on that. But I got a call from some dude who's running a wrestling porn site. Now, this is a thing in wrestling. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Wrestlers get paid to show up at an apartment, and usually they have a fake ring set up, and wrestlers will go and dress up in like thongs and do wrestling holds and have cameras put right up on their crotch, on their butt, stuff like that, right? And they get paid good money, like more than we get paid in the ring to do this stuff. So some of the more as I would say, physically fit looking types, not the guys that look like me. Like, I'm the guy that you watch that you think I look like if you put me and another big guy together, it's like two grizzly bears trying to fuck. You know what I mean? So that's awkward as hell. I'm Sasquatch with mange. And the guy was like, well, there's a market right now. The market for bear wrestling, as he called it, has really gone up. And I said, bear wrestling? And I knew bears as a term because gay guys have hit on me for years because I'm a big, hairy dude. And, and they're called cubs and the whole thing. So I was like, bear wrestling? He goes, yeah, we're calling it bear wrestling now, where we have a little guy wrestle a big, oiled up, hairy guy. And then, I was like, wait, you want me to oil up? And I was like, there is a lot of hair here to oil up. It's going to be matted. It's going to be weird. And then he was like, well, and we'd want you to wear a leopard print thong. And I was like, no one wants to see all of this in a thong. I mean, I have a kink podcast, and I guarantee you, even the people that listen to the kink podcast do not want to see that. If you pay me enough, I will, but that's beside the point. Well, he told me this, and I said, I don't know if I'm comfortable. He's like, so what we would do is you would put guys in holds, like, grab like neck holds and twist them, and then we'll take focus shots of your butt and on their crotch while they're laying down and screaming. And these sell for big money. And I was like, okay. And because I've heard of this, and this is the first time I've officially been offered one. And I'm blowing up some poor producer's spot right now. There's some dude out there who thinks that he is the Scorsese of bear wrestling porn, and I'm fucking up his world right now by talking about this.
But it's down De Niro, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he tried to find Chris Farley, and that didn't work. And there was no Belushi available at the time, or any of the Baldwins. They wouldn't do it. So, and he couldn't get any of the fat guys from SNL, I'm sure. And Bundy's dead, so you can't bring him. So he went right for me, and so he of course did the thing. All wrestlers who do this professionally as professional wrestlers, we are all carnies and mercenaries by trade. Like we are whores. We will work for whatever. And he threw up a number at me, and this was a Zoom call. I wish I would have recorded it, because the dude looked like Larry David. So let me put that up. Picture Larry David pitching you on gay wrestling porn with a fat dude. Like, that's what this was. And it almost felt like a moment in Almost Sunny in Philadelphia. Like the crew was trying to create something. And, this was their idea, right? So he puts up and he says, let me write down an amount for you. I'm like, we're not even in the same room. Like, that's old boardroom shit. Like, now you're just going to put it up on the screen. What the fuck is that? Like, I don't know. Just tell me the number. So he writes down a number and he puts it up into the screen and he has it backwards. So it looked like it said 005. And I was like, you're going to pay me less than 5 cents? Like, I'm not driving all the way to Rhode Island for this kind of gig. And he flips it around. Oh, sorry. And he puts it, and I don't know how that happened, but then I said, no, I don't think I'm interested. And his words exactly was, you're never going to make it anywhere in the business, kid, if you don't take opportunities like this. I was trying to figure out what business I was not going to have make it in. I didn't know that I could become the next big thing in bear wrestling porn. I didn't know that was like a big enough market that I was going to be rich in it. So I decided not to do it. I felt that it was not a part of my artistic integrity, and I didn't own a leopard Speedo. So really, nor did I want to go order one for a guy my size. If anyone wants to send me one, I really don't care. But yeah. And the other thing is so I'm starting back up my leather business as one of my side gigs. Luckily for the PUA there, G-Dub, because I'm an independent contractor, currently don't have to do job searches. I just have to prove that I'm trying to reopen my business. So the way I'm going to do that is just write them back and say, I've been walking around yelling my business name to anyone who will hear it. Does that count? Like, if anyone walks by, I'm like, Piercings by Pierre! I just scream it at them. I guess that's advertising, so I'm going to run with it. But I reopened up. I got a leather. I'm reopening up, doing my leather work and my prop work and stuff like that. So I decided I invested in a workshop. So they deliver it to you. This company that sells them will deliver you the workshop, right? They sent me, it's Amish. It's from it's from Pennsylvania, from the Amish country. And the dude who did it was Amish. And it's apparent that Jebediah, I don't know his real name. I'm just going to guess it's Jebediah. I don't know how he operated the truck or how he operated the phone, but it didn't do it well. And it was a long process to get this shed put in my backyard and dropped and leveled, to the point where at one point he was frantically running around his own truck, didn't know how to operate a lever, and then he was trying to straighten the door, and he was just hammering on it with this old mallet. And I'm like, well, you got to loosen the screws to level the, like, now you're just making dents in my new shed. And he's just like, level. It's not getting level. And he's like, he's staring at his phone, confused. He was in the Amish gear, which really surprised me. He was in the black suit and the whole thing. And I was like, I never asked his name, and I should have. I'm just calling him Jebediah because I'm a dick.
What was that?
But he literally like took a half an hour of just hammering on a board that was screwed in as tight as can be, and kept putting a level on it and going, well, I think it, I don't know. And I was like, try unscrewing the board. And he did, and then it worked. And I said, I don't do this for a living. You do. Like, I would hope he would know. And then he angrily left, but he left me the shed. Luckily, he didn't drop it or break it, so that was nice. But one thing he did do is that the place I bought it from, there is a sensor on the inside that that whenever the door is opened, it goes off, so they know that somebody's in the shed. And apparently, this thing has a great fucking range, because I bought the shed from a couple miles down the road, and the guy called me like middle of the day, and he's like, "Hey, I think we didn't take the sensor out. Every time you go into your shed, the sensor goes off, and I think somebody's outside." I said, "No, I'm not taking that out now. Now I'm just torturing you with that shit." So, whenever I go in, I'm going to open that door all day, so you just keep hearing that boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to put a string in air and just let that go. All right, well, that right there is my week in review. So thank you, guys. Woo! Thank you for having me on the show.
Okay, nobody freak out. This is the second music part that jars everybody. Oh, Pierre, thank you. Thank you for being on the show, my friend. It's good to have you back.
Love seeing you guys.
Thank you. We love seeing you. Hope everybody's enjoying the tunes. Colin, thanks for showing up. It's good to see you, sir. G-Dubs. First off, G-Dubs, congrats on rejumping the podcast.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Very, very excited. And Colin, congrats to booking a show on Saturday. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I want to just, consult with Pierre's legal advice as far as, this trying to reopen protocol. We have been trying to reopen for 15 goddamn months. Yeah.
So moving to the first topic of the evening, we just wanted to catch up with you, Pierre, see how things are, see how things look down in Middlebury, and how's life been?
Good. The Marquee Theater, where I do a lot of my production work out of, is slowly starting to reopen. Restaurants open. We won't be doing comedy shows for a while, but we are planning to. They're going to start doing movies very soon. As you know, Vermont, even though they reopen stuff, the Marquee Theater, where I do a lot of stuff with Ben, it's a very small theater, so everywhere you stand doesn't fit COVID protocols for the 6-foot social distancing we still have. So it's tough to really kind of do performance yet in there, but we're working on it. That's something we're working on. No, I've been doing a lot of work on my podcast right now. I've got 2 going full time, and I also have 2 more I'm working on, getting up and running. One of them GW's on, but unfortunately we can't figure out a way to get the audio without Ryan Kenyon sounding like he's been kidnapped and in a warehouse.
Ryan Kenyon.
Yeah, so it just sounds awful, and I can't put myself to put it up there out in the world.
It would be a lot easier if you weren't a ghost.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Damn it. Since he died a couple weeks ago there.
Yeah, it's that supernatural audio.
Yeah, it's amazing. I don't know. I can't believe Zoom goes to the ether. I didn't know that it works that way, but Zoom is taking control of everything now.
Our special guest with that show is Harry Houdini.
Yeah. So but the big one right now has been the Where's the Kink podcast is really taking off. I'm doing a lot with that show. We talk about kink and sexuality and yada, yada, yada. And it gets freaky and weird. I'm getting a lot of weird proposals from women asking me to do all kinds of odd things because they heard the show. So that's nice. And men. But then, some of them are really bizarre things that I just don't want to deal with. I'm kind of like, that's cute, but.
Can you pass those on to me? Not that I would do them, but I think I would just be honored to be asked.
Yeah, some of them are honored to be asked. The other night, I got one that randomly called me in the middle of the night or messaged me in the middle of the night, heard the podcast, and said they were having a problem. They couldn't get the ball gag off their partner's mouth. Like it was stuck. And they were asking me how. I was like, I was IT for kink. I'm like, this is what I was. And they're like, what's a trick to get a stuck ball gag out of my partner's mouth? I was like, cut it off. I don't know what. It's 2 a.m. I am sleeping or drunk. Take your pick. Don't stop it. But no, I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to getting back on stage again. I've had a few people ask me about comedy shows that are coming up in different places. So I'm looking forward to getting back on stage with some new stuff. Other than that, it's just been a whole slice of heaven. That's what I'm slice of heaven. That's what I'm gonna call it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear things are good. I'm glad to hear Middlebury starting the Marquis starting to come back. I love that place, man.
Yeah,
it's such a fun little theater.
Yeah. What was that, G-Dub?
So Pierre, I need you to text me your mailing address.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna buy you a leopard print thong.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
I will send that to you ASAP.
It's funny because when you're talking about the workshop being installed, and you had to advise the Amish, how to put this in, and you sounded surprised. But for all of us who know you, Pierre, none of us are surprised that you'd have to advise someone who's like, of course you know how to put this in better than you. All right? Who the fuck are these Amish guys? No, you don't know how to build the woodshed, all right? Yeah. You don't have the doors level, you asshole. I don't even know anything about leveling doors, but this is how you do it, all right?
Yeah, I was guessing and I was correct. So
of course you were. Of course you were. A man of infinite talent.
I had no fucking clue. I was just like, I feel like you're not doing anything right now. You're literally, you look like a Muppet. You're just hammering the side of a door and staring at it, and nothing's happening.
It's like a Weezer video.
Yeah.
It's like he's building something in a video game.
Yeah, it's like watching fucking Minecraft. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, he's got a sword now. Watch out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I was just picturing him pulling out a sword and the other guy chasing me around.
What's he doing with that sheep? Oh my god!
And
don't tell me how to do my job.
Sacrifice a sheep with every shed installed. That's
Do the Amish do sacrifices?
Satan Amish.
Satan Amish. Oh, that really small sect of Amish.
Yeah, all 4 of them.
Mennonites.
Yeah.
During Collen set, Jason P. Mercier said VCO beer, talking about the women's owned brewery.
We do need a Vermont Comedy Outlaws beer. It would just taste like sadness.
But it'd be like 15% alcohol.
Yeah, super high alcohol, but it would just taste like you were just sad and like wishing you had other bookings. Like,
I wish someone in this state would book me.
Yeah. So we're gonna move right into our first topic of the night. This is a reoccurring segment that should be reoccurring regularly. It'll be called "Why the Drunk Is This News?" And tonight we got the Battle of the Rose Garden. Why is this news? I don't know, but me and the boys are going to get to the bottom of it, like we try to every week. We got a Yahoo article here: Melania Trump, Jill Biden in the battle over the Rose Garden. Things are getting thorny in the White House Rose Garden.
Oh, snap! Oh, first line, fire!
And this is the Rose Garden, April 2008 on the left, and May 21st on the right. I don't really have an opinion because I think this whole thing is stupid. What do you guys think? Do you have any strong emotional connection to the Rose Garden?
It's fucking flowers.
Exactly.
My opinion is it's
Collen died.
He's looking for Ryan.
Where's Liam Neeson?
I believe that Native American in the background.
It's like The Ring.
He saw the videotape. Oh no!
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Sorry.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand either. Especially why people are complaining. That's the part that makes like the least sense to me. This article says a petition charging that Melania Trump turned the Rose Garden into a quote boring tribute to herself has 75,000 signatures, and one of the signatories even said, "I want our White House to look like America, not Russia." Because flowers are different, I guess. I don't know.
Listen, we you know, I liked it the way Jackie had it.
Let me ask you.
I liked it the way Jackie had it, and I don't want you changing Jackie's Rose Garden.
I want to know how many of you have ever actually paid attention to the fucking Rose Garden? Like, really?
Never. I actually had to look up, and because I like to do some amount of research for the show and make sure I'm not, completely blind. I actually had to look up and see why people were complaining and what Melania Trump actually changed about the Rose Garden, because they were making quite the stink about it. So I found this, and I'll pull it up real quick. Basically, this was wrong one. The photos that Melania tweeted out after it was done. And the article says the internet was not happy about Melania's Trump changes to the White House Rose Garden throughout the weekend. Melania ruins everything became a trending hashtag. But what did she actually do to the Rose Garden? And this is what she actually did, guys, for reference. As part of the changes to the Rose Garden, Melania Trump added limestone walkways, which make the White House Rose Garden more handicap accessible. That evil, awful, bigot bitch.
How dare
The 3-foot wide walking path bordering the central lawn was a more noticeable change, accompanying less noticeable changes like improved drainage and infrastructure to make the garden more accessible for people with disabilities. Yeah, what an asshole.
How dare she? That horrid bitch.
Yeah, I think she should have just put giant rock piles up, and that way you couldn't get anything with wheels over it, Just
This is the thing, is when you walk in the Rose Garden, you just think to yourself, as you look at the numerous beautiful plants, where is there a guy who's going to pop out of what bush to shoot me in the face if I do something wrong?
Where's Secret
all you're thinking the whole time, is that a rose bush or is that the CIA ready to deploy fucking
at any given point? What if you put on a tree in the Rose Garden? Like, what?
Maybe it's a tree, maybe it's not.
Yeah, you don't know. That's a true statement. I don't. Why didn't they lead with that as their like slogan for her? Like, she got so much hate during the presidency. Couldn't they have said, "Hey, we tried to help the handicapped people look at flowers. You're welcome." Like,
it's absolutely insanity to me. It's like, yeah, she put in some paths. Evil,
horrible.
Here's what I want to know.
You shouldn't have married Orange Man.
I want to know how much did this shit cost us?
Well, actually,
taxpayers.
The funny part about that, G-Dubs, is in the same article they clarify. Let me find it.
Ooh. Oh, they've got a rebuttal for everything.
Rose Garden renovations also included technological upgrades. Officials declined to reveal the cost of the renovations, which was paid for by private donors.
Private donors.
Yeah, private donors. Russia.
Yeah.
Oh, Russia.
Ukraine.
It was purely Russia.
That was their gift for fixing the election.
Look, I gotta be honest with you. Russia makes fantastic drainage. They do. Their drainage is some of the best. It's efficient.
Was that the Melania update or the Jill Biden update?
No, that was the Melania update. I haven't actually looked up to see what Jill Biden did because, quite frankly, I didn't care. I just wanted to know what was so evil and awful about Melania's change, because that was the one everybody seemed to be focused on.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
I was trying to zoom in on a close-up on my phone. That's insane that they got that mad over. First of all, we're talking about gardening.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like she came in and like changed sweeping reforms that destroyed the nation. She literally put drainage ditches in and changed some flowers, and we're acting like she killed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
I mean, Melania ruins everything trended on Twitter the day that they announced that she put in Watkins.
She does. We all know this. Everything Melania touched turns into handicapped accessible dude.
That's
Dude,
what
Donald
Trump's
Trump's
been.
handicapped
We
accessible now.
know this. We know this. Leave
Everything
some
he
things
does.
be. All right. Let's just move on. Yeah.
Well, my other question is she still there, like arguing with Biden over it? I don't understand. Like, did she not go back with Trump?
I love that she's doubling down. She's like, no, you don't understand. What I did with the rose garden is beautiful. Okay.
Nobody likes crab trees. I took away the crabs. Donald had crabs. I took away the crabs.
I don't know. I'd like to think that they're both just in the rose garden, just throwing potted plants and shit at each other.
Yes. I have a dream vision of the first lady and her and Ivanka just like throwing soil at each other. Like that's a weird porn, I guess. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like a bad episode of Dynasty.
Yeah, we make Michelle Obama in a black and white stripes, and she's the ref in the center, telling them to fight fair and shit.
Yeah, they're in mud.
Wait, hold on. We need to pause for a second and say there's no way in hell Michelle Obama is in the center of anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Speaking of I don't have a good segue for this, but we're moving into the next one, which was a firm debate over the segment for Why the Drunk Is This News, and it might be the second part of Why the Drunk Is This News. But the military changed their hair policy for women. Article first off,
I was worried.
Why? I think we should just make everybody shave their heads. That should have been the. I think if you're going to go into combat, you should be bald, but that's me. And not that anybody who is bald has to go into combat. Don't worry, Pierre, we're safe.
No one wants me going into a trench with them. I take up too much room. Let's be real.
But guys like us provide good cover.
Yeah.
The CNN reports the U.S. Army will allow female soldiers to wear ponytails in all uniforms. Because that seems like a good idea. They say in January, the Army announced new policies that allowed soldiers to wear ponytails, locks, lipstick, and earrings. They were permitted to wear medium-length ponytails on the back of the scalp that did not interfere with the fit of headgear. The Army also allowed women to wear ponytails while wearing Army combat uniforms or wearing headgear during tactical training or live combat. Under the updated policy, braids of ponytails may be worn down to the center of the back in all uniforms, but the length cannot go past the bottom of the shoulder blades. While at the position of attention, there's no minimum length for ponytail or braid. One exception on length is during tactical or physical training so that it can't hinder a soldier's performance or present a safety risk. What do you guys think?
Well, so wait. So there's certain times where the ponytail has to be certain lengths. So do they have a hairstylist on the field now? Is that what they're saying? That ponytail isn't regulation. Quick, get to cutting, Rudolph. And then he walks out and just does it. Like, I don't understand.
Nip. Okay, You're at length now, lady.
Yeah, exactly. No styling. Enjoy it.
The beautiful assistant's calling us out. She said, lol, this is old news. This was months ago. No, they just updated again. The initial update was in January.
This is the thing, is that I think absolutely. I would love for the last image for you to see in this world is to see a gorgeous blonde woman with long flowing locks just smoke you right between the fucking eyes. That's it. That's the last thing you see, and you're just like, wait a second, is this, maybe it's Maybelline? Maybe it's, oh fuck, I'm fucking been shot.
Let's be honest. Most women in the military look like me.
That's a very good point, G-Dubs.
Yeah, there is a thing in the Army called Army Hot. And that is a term. I've heard that term from many people.
This is what I've always thought of GW is he's very Army hot. Look at that. Yeah, look at such Army hot. Oh, such Army hot.
Look at that.
Oh, bello.
They also said, Lieutenant
Cover
Lieutenant,
girl.
Lieutenant Colonel Janelle Jeffrey. I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. That's an awful spelling for a name. An Army spokesperson told CNN the policy is effective now and will post by the end of the day on Thursday. A review of the Army's grooming policy was ordered last year by the acting Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, in an effort to address race and inequality in the military. Because that race has to do with hair now. I'm confused. I'm losing track of what.
Because African American women wear braids more often than white bitches.
Fair.
The question is, though, if it's really about inequality in the military, are the dudes allowed to have ponytails now?
Yeah, because I can't wait for the first brigade of man buns to come running in.
I was thinking about a whole platoon of guys with dreads.
Pew 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 pew.
I just pictured a bunch of dudes with man buns. That's all I had. Where the helmets are raised up because the man bun is pushing them, and they come charging in.
They can't get the gas mask on because their fucking melon's too big.
Yeah. Although I do like the idea of the whole a whole regime of dreads.
Yeah, it'd be terrifying because you don't know, even if they don't kill you, you don't know if you're going to get lice from it or not.
Every time you march into battle, all you hear is Buffalo Soldier from the heart of America.
No, not even that. You hear snow and Honest Yahoo. That's what you hear the whole time.
I'm a soldier.
Digga now.
Yeah, I don't know any of the words of that song. I was going to try, and then it just.
Oh, Informer?
Yeah, it's a beauty.
I know them all.
Oh.
That's how I get free beers at bars.
Wait, hold on. Are we going to get pulled if I say I don't believe you? Prove it.
Yeah, see, will you get a, if I start going, Informer, the snowman start to blame, licky boom boom down. Detective man, they say the snowman is someone down the lane, licky boom boom down.
Oh my god, that's so good. Speaking of boom boom,
and they blow down my door.
Speaking of boom boom shut down, we're going to move right into the Colonial Pipeline was attacked with ransomware. As of today, it's up and running. But what does this mean for the future? I'm sure you guys are all aware of this story, correct?
Yeah.
So on Friday, the Colonial Pipeline got attacked by malware. There's an emergency declaration issued in 17 states and D.C. over fuel line attack. It's been offline. The good news, the update for this bad boy is that, wrong one. The Colonial announces pipeline restart, says normal service will take several days, but that's good news as most places down south are out of gas right now. They're saying that this is probably the largest cyber attack on American infrastructure thus far. And just glad to hear gas is back. The part that I thought was crazy, and I was wondering what you guys thought, it only took 4 days of the pipe fuel to stop flowing for like 90% of gas stations in Georgia and Virginia to be out of gas.
My theory is that they're not hooked up to it. Like something happened and they just didn't bring them any, and they were like, "Oh well, we're out." Bubba done made too many bonfires. And we've used all the gas in the tanks for our grills. I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Like, that doesn't make sense to me how 4 days would create that much chaos. And only in the South. Like, we were fine up here.
Well, so the pipeline only runs from Texas to New Jersey.
Oh, that's right. Right.
So it ends in Jersey. So it might have affected the city, New York, a little bit, but I don't think it really would have affected us. I would assume most of our fuel gets brought in from either Canada.
Yeah, we're trucked. You're right. Well, we're not getting much from Canada right now because of the border lockdown, but
yep.
Fucking borders.
I mean, what I heard when I heard that this happened, to me, I felt happy to know that the American mafia is still well and good. You know that there ain't no such thing as a cyber attack. Let's be real, right? It wasn't some person over some fucking country cyber attacking us. What you just saw was what we call Class A extortion, and it was done quite well. And basically, what we said is, listen, assholes, the pipe's closed until you pay some money. Call it cybersecurity, okay?
Yeah.
But until you open this thing up, this thing's closed, and you know what I'm saying? You're going to do what we got to do. And all pipes flow to New Jersey, and this is what we got going on in Texas. You know what I mean?
Imagine if it was just some Guido sitting in a corner, like made up a little ransomware and got in somehow.
Absolutely. This software was developed and deployed in Newark. Okay.
We're gonna get all the gold chains and steak we want, baby.
Exactly. The tax scheme's dried up. All right. The fuel game's dried up, kids. Now it's the pipeline. All right. We're going for the pipeline. You know?
We're gonna get enough Dracan Noir to fill a whole valley.
Absolutely. You know that it wasn't a foreign company, like a foreign country extorting us. It was Newark. It was Newark all along.
Well, it had to be, because their first thought was like, what do Americans care about more than anything? Like, well, we could blow up a brewery, but there's a brewery every 10 miles in the U.S. We could maybe hijack some weapons, but everybody's armed to the teeth in the U.S. Maybe we'll burn down a marijuana field, but those are fucking everywhere too. I got it. Oil. The U.S.
Our only major one.
The Americans practically direct inject oil into their veins on a daily basis. Let's go after the oil.
You know what that's going to do, though, if the pipeline keeps happening, is every fucking hippie in this country is going to start converting their cars again like they did in the late 90s to run on Crisco. And we're going to be smelling.
Yeah, you're not running at Crisco?
No, whatever. I'm not running on.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? You're not running on biodiesel? Oh, man.
No. I personally have been running on Crisco for 20-something years, but my car has not been. And there's a couple in our area that have those vans with like the 20-gallon things in the back, and it just smells like an old rotten Chinese food restaurant, and they drive through town, and the guy's like, yeah, I go and get all the dirty oil, and I can drive around for 7 months without having to refill. I'm like, yeah, and everyone who comes out of your car smells like they've been sitting in rotten oil. I don't think I want to do that. Like, I'll stick with gas. Like,
I personally grease my engine with bacon grease.
Nice.
It's a nice way to start the morning off.
That's actually the lube I use sexually. Is bacon.
Nice.
It's a great way to just slide it in.
Yeah, and it keeps things smelling fresh.
And you can yell "making bacon."
Yeah,
that's right. And then every time you cook breakfast when your roommate's there, like, kind of smells like sex in here. Like, no. It's real bacon this time, guys.
No, it's actually breakfast. That's what I call sex. Breakfast.
I have breakfast for dinner.
So the scariest part about this whole ordeal, and this was something I saw the other day, was that so the pipeline attack happened on Friday, which was, to pull up a calendar real quick, was the 7th of May. I found an article, this is CNN Business, coming this summer, gas stations running out of gas. This article was published Tuesday, April 27th. They were talking about a gasoline shortage weeks ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, that you just proved that CNN created the ransomware.
They say millions of people stuck at home for more than a year are expected to hit the road for much needed post-pandemic vacations this summer, even though they're going to have nobody to serve them because there's no fucking employees anywhere.
Well, side note, everyone's acting like the pandemic's fucking over.
Yeah, exactly.
It's over.
It's hysterical.
Everyone's like, post-pandemic, we're still in a damn pandemic. Like, I don't understand. Post-pandemic means that the disease has been eradicated to the point where not many people have it, or it is a very small number. We're still battling.
We still might be canceling the fucking Olympics, man.
Yeah, like I can't go see a movie yet because it might be too close. I might sit next to Floyd, who's sneezing on himself, but yet we're acting like the pandemic's done, and we should just be all in our merry way. I don't understand.
They go on to say, not that there's a looming shortage of crude oil or gasoline, because there's plenty of that. Rather, it's the tanker truck drivers that need to deliver gas to gas stations who are in short supply. According to the National Tank Truck Carriers, the industry's trade group, somewhere between 20 and 25% of tank trucks in the fleet are parked heading into the summer due to a paucity of qualified drivers. At this point, 2019, only 10% of trucks were sitting idle for that reason.
Well, what that tells me is that they need to lower their fucking standards.
Who needs a CDL?
Which actually happened, my friend, is that not that we've lowered the standards for CDL drivers. They actually, because of the pipeline, they have increased the allowable amount of hours that a truck driver could drive.
Oh, that's even better.
Which sounds super safe, right? We got the guys that are running the most explosive product in their trucks.
Are now running the longest.
Are allowed to just method. Oh, well, I don't.
Here's what they need to do.
Yes, method up.
Accuse them of mething it up, but I mean, I would be.
Here's what they need to do. They need to increase the DUI limit for CDLs, because currently, or at least in the state of Vermont, it's half of a normal DUI. So a 0.08 for a normal driver is driving drunk. If you have a CDL, it's a 0.04.
Even if you're not driving.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
You're still drunk.
Which means I couldn't do this show and be a commercial driver.
Right.
Yeah. Shit, I couldn't wake up on Tuesdays.
That's true.
So what they need to do is turn it into a 0.16. Get more drunk drivers driving fucking tractor trailer trucks filled with explosive material.
Well, that'll just make life more exciting. And what it'll actually do is it'll keep more people off the road, so the need for gas will be less, because nobody wants to be on the interstates with those fucks.
See, I have a plan.
We can reduce consumption while increasing the supply.
Yeah,
it's burning the candle at both ends to get to the center of the issue. I like the way you guys think.
Hickory Foley 2024.
That's right. We're gonna put Pierre as the director of energy or something like. I don't know what the hell they call that.
Yeah, that's brilliant for me.
Yeah.
Well, I think we all need naps. That's the energy we need.
That's right. We need meth, naps, and higher alcohol limits for truck drivers.
Everybody.
Speaking of what we all need, we'll move into the last subject. Last, but possibly most important, who gives a shit about gas, chlorine, toilet paper, or inflation? The great American chicken wing shortage is here, which is probably the most scary of all the shortages. I don't know if you guys saw this, but yep, the great American chicken wing shortage is upon us. And this, oh yeah, they look good, man. Too bad they're like $4 a piece right now. And this is just I picked this one because it had a great photo and a good headline, but it's really just some whiny vlogging hipster complaining about how wing night got ruined at his bar, not actually taking into impact that this actually affects like the American food supply.
Yeah.
Which is my issue. Don't get me wrong. I'm selfish as shit, but I don't write news articles about how selfish I am. I at least try to present things like they, impact other people as well. But yeah, and speaking to people in the culinary industry, the chicken wing cost through big companies like Cisco, PFG, U.S. Foods has gone up from the $40 to $60 a case range up over $160. And actually, I talked to a sales rep this past week, and he said they got 570 cases delivered 2 days ago, and they were all accounted for.
Huh.
So,
do you know the bacon shortage that happened a few years ago?
It was terrifying.
And it never really happened. It was just hype. I think this is the doing of Big Chicken Wing, Big Corporate Chicken Wing.
It very well could be
creating this. Because they want you all to buy chicken wings. And they're like, how do we do that? Tell everyone there'll be a shortage. And all the fat people who watch football will go and buy them. Like, that's what's happening. I'm a firm believer. Big Chicken Wing is doing it.
That's a very good theory at the bottom of the article. They say the National Chicken Council is already ahead of the messaging around the shortage, leading into the harsh winter as a root cause and indicating that extra time is needed to have supply, quote, catch up with demand due to impacted chicken flocks.
I hate an impacted chicken flock. Oh.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Oh, how do we live with that?
You got to tell that bear wrestler to slow down and not impact you so hard.
Stop eating so much damn chicken wings when you're getting paid, everybody. Stop it.
That's an interesting fact. They say roughly 9 billion chickens are slaughtered each year for commercial sale and consumption, which makes you wonder how many are killed just for fun.
Right.
Like about 12 million. You ever fuck a chicken with his head cut off?
ICP has been selling that song Chicken Hunting for years like that.
Who's going chicken hunting?
We's going chicken hunting. Yeah.
But it's one of those things. There will be a chlorine shortage this year. I don't know if you guys have seen that going on.
I don't give a fuck about chlorine. I care about the fucking chicken wings.
Yeah, I'm way more worried about the chicken wings than anything else.
Why would I be worried about chlorine shortages? I don't own a pool and I'm not a hipster, so it doesn't affect me.
I'm not trying to make mustard gas.
Yeah.
Pierre doesn't have any hair to bleach, so he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, you know where you are going to be able to get chicken wings is at Ramonta's Brick and Brew in Bridgewater, Vermont, located just one floor down from the Woolen Comic Club. There will be chicken wings available, and my personal favorite, the Buffalo Maple, all fantastic flavors. Ramonta's Brick and Brew, located at 101 Mill Drive, just below the Woolen Mill Comic Club.
They're only $12 a wing. So,
and if you're watching the program and want your shout outs read, send us some free stuff and we'll be sure to plug away.
Yeah, you can bring me on anytime you want. I'll do all your plugs if they send me free shit.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
you
great.
just pop me in and I'll just do the plugs.
Well, Pierre, we'll just pre-record all your videos. You'll just do the ads for the show.
Yeah.
That'd be phenomenal.
The ads. I'll do them shirtless, covered in whipped cream.
Little magician's top hat on.
I'm gonna send you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the leopard thong. Yes, I'll wear it.
Leopard thong and a top hat.
If you buy me one, I will put that shit on and I will come on to the show.
Do you think I'm fucking with you?
I'm saying I will call the bluff.
Oh,
You gotta find one that fits my ass, though.
Hold on.
You can't buy me like a girl's small made in China and then put it on me. That ain't happening.
I found a man's XXX.
That might fit me.
Is there an extra ballroom section?
Yeah, it needs to have, I have big balls. So
if you look right now on my phone.
Oh, there we go. It came in the.
I'm telling you right now, brother. You order it. I will wear it on the show.
I need your address so I can send it to you.
Okay, I'm going to send it right now.
I don't want that shit coming to my house.
I get so much weird shit at my house. They don't even blink anymore. And I also answer the door naked, so the delivery guy has just gotten used to it.
I would say that, Pierre, this thing will look great on you.
It looks pretty epic.
It looks like we need to find one with a bit more pouch room.
Yeah, I'm a little worried that I might have some man meat issues hanging out.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we don't want that.
I also have a great tiger print shirt to go with it. So I will wear the shirt open with the thong. That will be my.
Pierre's going to show us who the real fucking Tiger King is.
Yeah, it's in my calendar. I have that Tiger King picture. So.
Okay, Collen's out.
Gentlemen, I will talk to you soon. Pierre, if you're available Saturday, maybe we'll see a special performance by you at the Woolen Mill Comedy Club. We got some burlesque and stand-up comedy starting at 7 p.m. at the Mill.
Wait, did you want me to do burlesque or comedy?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. We'll leave that up to the audience.
I don't know. Is that song going to make it in time?
And vaccinated audience members are encouraged because that's something everybody wants to see. So, 7 p.m. Saturday night.
We will. We'll see you guys on Saturday. And yep. Well,
Wait, is Collen leaving?
Yeah.
Oh, am I on the show?
Hey, you know what, GW? Why don't you do your job? All right, do your job. Signing off.
I don't know what he meant, but that's actually fitting because now I get to bring back Gandhi, and we'll leave the rest for the surprise at the end of the show. We did think about actually we should bring back AOC because she's really sad that Collen left.
She's so sad.
Yeah, she's just an all white crying, and that's about as sad as it gets. But yeah, that's pretty much the show. Pierre, thank you for being here, brother.
Absolutely.
Please give a shout out to your podcast so that
sure.
the people watching can find it.
Yeah, check out Where's the Kink? Oh, Where's the Kink? You can find that wherever you get your podcasts. Also, the Wireless Cantina. My buddy Art and I, we have a great show. We play a lot of music, tell a lot of old stories, and you can hear us on the radio as well. So check us out on the Radiator. You can stream it live, bigheavyworld.com/stream. But check out new episodes drop this Thursday for Wireless Cantina. And on Friday, Where's the Kink? Our 10th episode drops on that. It was a very special 10th episode. We were half asleep and drunk doing it.
Do they go up they go up at a certain time, Pierre, or just early?
Yeah, they go up at 6 a.m. on Thursday morning and on Friday morning.
Nice.
So you can get them for your morning drive. So you know what's great when you're going to work is to listen to me and Miss Rebecca talk about spanking and edging masturbation techniques.
Nice.
So I think that's great to hear on your way to work or to church, whichever you're into.
As someone who knows Miss Rebecca and you, it feels weird sometimes hearing this stuff.
You're welcome.
Speaking of Where's the Kink,
but you still listen.
Speaking of Where's the Kink, I'd like to add overlay where Gandhi is spanking AOC.
Yes, you're Gandhi. Get
some boy.
I'm talking about.
Oh man, I need to learn how to animate him. That's coming up next. I got to figure out how to get that stick.
Get that motion.
I can do that for you. Just send me the shit.
Okay, I will do. Oh, that's so good. G-Dubs, awesome podcast. Please give a shout out to that and where we can find that.
Yes, Foley Kills a Podcast on YouTube. I'll have guests coming up where I sit down and talk with people, and also me ranting about shit for 20 minutes. So YouTube, if you're looking for the channel, it's at gwfoley.
Yeah, just search GW Foley. Do not search Foley Kills, or otherwise you'll just find a bunch of clips for this show. That's what I discovered.
For this show, or for the death of James Foley, who got beheaded by ISIS.
Oh, poor guy. I'm glad I didn't find that one when I was accidentally looking.
No relation.
That's good. Or bad, depending if you didn't like him. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please follow Pierre at all his social medias. You want to shout them out real quick before we go?
Sure. You can find me at Pierre the Beast on Facebook. Just look up Pierre the Beast. You can find me on Instagram at Pierre the Beast. Twitter, same thing, at Pierre the Beast. You can find me pretty much anywhere at Pierre the Beast or pierrethebeast.com. Either one. Find us, find me. Find Vermont Comedy Outlaws. Hopefully these two maniacs will be doing stuff with me very soon again.
Looking forward to it.
Too sweet. Too delicious. Too delicious.
Please follow GW Foley. Find him at GW Foley on the Facebooks. Also at Foley Kills on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Do you still use Parler at all?
I'm having issues with Parler.
I say me too. I have it and I post very, very, very occasionally. It's there. Well, I haven't really been working on it much. You also follow me on TikTok. All those are on the bottom right hand of the screen with this overlay. But before we finally get out of here, we wanted to give Pierre just one little gift with not one but two AOCs.
Yeah,
look at that.
Oh,
yeah.
Woo, yeah. Spank it.
That way, this is not the Where's the Kink is not the only show that got a little weird this week. Pierre, we're glad we can be here to produce the weirdness.
Yes, I love it.
Everybody following at home, to the dedicated followers, Dwayne, Nick, Jason, thank you guys for following. Thank you for commenting and coming back. Thank you for following us with the time change. We know it's been a little weird. It's been a little weird for us too, but we're getting accustomed to it. And tonight felt like we're right back at the steering wheel. So thank you guys for joining us. G-Dubs, I love you, brother. Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
Pierre, love you, man. It's good
Love
to see
you
you as
guys.
always. If you guys are around, I'll be out Saturday performing, trying not to, pitch a tent while there's burlesque going on during the show.
Apparently, I might be there too. Who knows?
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I will try not to pull my wand out too early, which has been known to happen before. But maybe I'll do some rope trick and talk about tying up burlesque dancers. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the fun of the live show. It's much like this show. I don't really know what's going to happen either. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Episode 2, Season 2 of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. Thank you very much. I, of course, am Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, and we will see you guys next week. We will be back with Mike Gray. I think we're going to... Yes.
The 19th. Man. Mike Gray.
Okay, nice. We did some date switching. I was nervous. Next week we'll be back with Mike Gray. I am, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming, imploring you all to stay safe, stay drunk, stay underwhelming. Most importantly, in these trying times, stay sane. And we got outro credits.
Woo!
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Boom.
And so I didn't get a chance to take my pants off.